And there to go. Hi, guys. Hi. Good afternoon. It's a beautiful day here in Southern California. My name is Evie Strange, and I'm the owner of Wonderland Adventure Company. If you don't know who I am your Disney travel planning expert extraordinaire. And today you are joining me so that we can talk about Disneyland and the capacity limits that are going to be removed on June 15th. So yay! I'm really excited for that. And depending on where you're watching, if you guys do comment on the video, if you guys are not approving StreamYard, then I won't be able to see the name, but I'll be able to see the comment. So just FYI. And then let me know where you're watching. Are you watching on YouTube, or are you watching on Facebook, in the group? I just love to hear, where we're actually getting our reach. So thanks for that. So let's go ahead and just get the obligatories out of the way. So like, subscribe, ring that notification bell if you're on YouTube. We have a lot of different things happening every day in regards to the parks and to travel in general. So I'm happy to be able to give you guys most up-to-date information. So today we're actually going to be talking about Disneyland and what capacity looks like. Oh, hey, hi, user from Facebook. See, I can't see who you are. Okay, so before we get into talking about capacity, I did want to go ahead and share some experiences for the Avengers Campus, right? Because as we all know, Avengers Campus opened up at the beginning of the month, and whether or not you were, you had gone, I think this is important for everybody to know, is that just because you went, it doesn't mean you got to see it. So if you guys remember the chaos that happened during Rise of the Resistance, that you had to have a reservation to get into Galaxy's Edge, or when, Star Wars Land opened up, you had to have a reservation, you had to wait in a specific spot, and they kind of herded you in and got you into Galaxy's Edge so that you could see it, but you had a limited amount of time that you could be in the area because they had another group that was coming in to see the area. So for California Adventure and for Avengers Campus, that didn't happen. So a lot of people got tickets to go to California Adventure to see Avengers Campus and never even got into it because of the capacity issue, right? They were only allowing a certain amount of people in. So if you didn't have a virtual queue boarding pass for web slingers, then, and you didn't have a queue line, a virtual queue line to actually get into the land, then you weren't able to even see it. So I know that's kind of a bummer because a lot of people bought tickets to go just to see the campus and they didn't get a chance to go in. So let's talk about tickets, okay? So when we're talking about capacity tickets, and I'm just going to throw some information out there for you guys because I know that a lot of people want to go to Disneyland. California is going to be able to open up on the 15th, and it's going to be open to people that are outside residents of California. So if you could imagine the chaos that's happening still with tickets. I mean, if you guys were trying to get tickets in April for April 30th opening, we were waiting online for like 8 hours, right? I mean, 9 hours, 10 hours just to get tickets to go to the park. So it's kind of still that same situation. So just to throw some numbers out there for you guys. Now, as of today, the one park per day ticket is sold out for Disneyland all the way through July 10th. So if you're planning on buying just a one day, one park ticket or a multi-day ticket for several days, you can't even go until July 10th. I think that's insane, right? If you get a ticket for California Adventure, you can't go until after June 30th. Okay. Now let's talk about park hoppers. All right. So, what I did was my date wasn't available. So I got a park hopper ticket, right? So I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to get to go to one park early in the morning and then I go to another park in the afternoon. Yeah, not anymore. So right now, the dates for park hopper tickets are June 14th and the 25th. You can still go if DCA, so California Adventure, if DCA is the starting park, okay? July 1st, 2nd, and 4th, you could go if DCA is the starting park. Okay. Now, for Disneyland itself, you could actually make a reservation for the rest of the month. It's open for July, but the park is already sold out on July 3rd. So you can't go to any park on a park hopper on July 3rd. Okay. So just let's talk about the meat and potatoes now. Okay. So reservations have now opened from 60 days to 125 days. So now you're able to make a park reservations 120 days in advance. So right now it's all the way out through October 10th. But you know, it's still not helping anybody right now, right? Because of capacity. And so there's been a lot of different videos that I've been watching and information, you know, because that's one thing. And if you guys have watched my videos before, you know that I don't like to guess. I don't like to say, hey, I think this is what's happening. It isn't that kind of what you expect from YouTube. Like, you expect people to give you their assumptions on what's going to happen, but we really don't know for sure. So it kind of, to me, is like, well, you're really not giving me any information. You're giving me your opinion, and that doesn't help me because I need to know what's happening now, right? You know what's happening. I need to know now because I'm one of those people that needs instant gratification. I need what's happening now. Okay. So here's the situation with Disneyland. And this is actually coming from the horse's mouth. We had a meeting with our representative from Disney Travel. So if you guys don't know, I'm a Disney travel agent, right? And we have meetings with Disney frequently in regards to updates of what's going on in the park. So here's the situation with June 15th, okay? So capacity is not going to increase on June 15th. Okay, we've heard from other YouTubers and other places that overnight they're going to remove like the social distancing stickers and whatnot and do all that stuff. And that's great, because let me tell you, going on Rise of the Resistance with the plexiglass in front of you is no fun. Okay, because you get the reflection and things like that. So I'm so happy that they're going to be doing that. But let's talk about capacity, okay? So everyone's expecting on June 15th that they're going to open capacity up for the park and that more people are going to be able to go. You're going to be able to get a park reservation for sooner rather than later, and everything's going to be great. Well, I'm so sorry, you guys, and I'm only telling you to be transparent. It's not going to happen that way. So Disney has their own path. They do whatever they need to do in order to make it right for the business and make it right for the guest. So on June 15th, it necessarily isn't going to change. And the reason why is because they are not staffed to open the park to full capacity. Okay. So they have to hire back and retrain all the people that they let go during last year and this year. Okay. All those people that were laid off either found new jobs maybe, or, you know, they don't want to go back to Disneyland. So they have to rehire the people they can hire and then do new hiring. So they're hiring like crazy right now and then train all of those people. So they're not going to be able to open to 100% capacity until that happens. So we don't know when that's going to happen because it's up in the air. You know, how long does it take to hire 10,000 people? You know, like, how long does that take? How long does it take to train that 10,000 people? I mean, it's crazy. And the same thing is happening in Walt Disney World. So we had some folks that were asking about the Walt Disney World Boo Bash, right? Because that is what they're doing for Halloween this year at Walt Disney World. It's going to be the Boo Bash, and it's a night event. And so, you know, it's kind of the same thing as we do for Not So Scary, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. But the Boo Bash was sold out, and people were asking, well, when capacity increases, are we going to release more tickets for Boo Bash? And that's not going to happen because they don't have the staff for the amount of people that they would release for. So that date, October 31st for Boo Bash, is sold out. That's it. It's gone. So you guys have to just, you know, deal with that. And, you know, we can, So, hey, Noah, good question. Good question. So, Noah is asking, what about the ride capacity lifting while going back to full capacity? So, yes, they're getting ready to actually put more people on the attractions to not have that social distancing there. So that's going to be nice for people that are actually going because the lines aren't going to be as long. When we went on Rise of the Resistance, they did fill all the cars because they had the plexiglass in between. But when we went on Pirates of the Caribbean, the line was super long, not just because the social distancing markers in the park, but they were also super long because they were only filling 2 rows in a boat on Pirates. So they would fill somebody at the beginning and some at the last row, but the whole center of the boat was empty. So yeah, like it took forever in some instances. So it wasn't any benefit that there wasn't a lot of capacity in the park because everyone's going to those rides. Just like right now, it's like everybody that's going to California Adventure wants to go to Avengers Campus. And Avengers Campus, even in regular capacity, because think about this. When Galaxy's Edge opened, we talked about it earlier. When Galaxy's Edge opened, we didn't get to all go in at once because it would have been overwhelming, right? There would have been everybody in the park, everybody and their mom that bought a ticket to the park is all going to that one land. So it was kind of the same situation with Avengers Campus. Everyone's going to the one land and there's capacity limits. So people were really super disappointed that they couldn't get into Avengers Campus. And that's the only reason that they bought a ticket. You know, I really wish that Disney would have done something very similar that they did with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, because if they would have had a reservation and known they were going to get in, I think it would have been a better experience, not just going and hoping that they got in. So for people that wanted to go to Galaxy's Edge, they knew it, they waited, they got in line, it was great. But then you have people that are super disappointed for buying the park tickets and not being able to go to the land that they wanted to go to. So there, as far as for the capacity limits, it's going to be lifted throughout. Like social distancing stickers are going to start coming off the ground. Okay. So Noah's asking, have you heard if they're going to lift this? So it seems like it's going to be a bottleneck. Yes. And that's what's kind of crazy right now, because they can't lift capacity to say for more people to buy tickets to come in because they're not staffed. So that will be lost, like the experience will be lost for people. So until they hire back all of those cast members that they lost, then it's not going to be back to normal Disney park. As far as what's going on inside, as far as social distancing markers being removed and people being in regular lines, you're still going to have to wear a mask. So far, you're still going to have to wear a mask inside the park, but they're getting rid of the stickers. Even last time when we were there, you know, it's like the stickers were off the ground. We went to Universal, the stickers are almost gone. Like there's no social distancing at Universal Studios. So, you know, think about it like that. But anyway, I really wanted to come on here and just dispel the myth and not trying to crush anybody's hopes and dreams. I'm really not. I just don't want anybody to be disappointed, because I did have some folks that went to the parks that I heard from friends, you know, that said, yay, we're going to Disneyland on the 4th for Avengers Campus that weekend. And both parties that I knew didn't get in. And so it was really sad because, you know, that's the whole reason why they went. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows the expectation, I guess, of what's happening at Disney right now. So I really appreciate you guys watching, and depending on where you're at, if you guys are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. If you guys are watching on Facebook, make sure that you guys join our Adventurers Travel group. I'm live in there right now. Today I'm live on my personal profile on Facebook as well. But I always give regular updates in my group. So I'm super excited for new people to join. And if you guys have any questions about Disney, you know, let me know. Yeah, so, Lisa, yay! Oh, I know. You know, okay, so when I was at Universal Studios, like the social distancing is so different, right? And I was just like, oh my God, this is so weird, because people were like literally standing next to us. They don't pay attention to the dots on the ground. They just kind of walk wherever they want. So I was getting a lot of anxiety, and I was talking to Jackson about this, and I said, because he works at Home Depot. So I was like, what are you going to do at work when people don't have to wear a mask anymore? What's going to happen? He's probably going to have like super crazy anxiety. Oh, hi, Mina. Hi. When we have to plan another Disney trip, I'm so ready to go. But when we can actually get into Avengers Campus, because right now, oh, and also too, I did want to mention this because Disney's anniversary is on July 17th. So July 17th is open as a park day. So anything past July 10th, you can actually get a ticket to both parks, right? So if you wanted to go to celebrate Disney's anniversary, because we didn't get to do it last year, the opportunity is going to be there this year, but who knows how long tickets will last. And this is as of like an hour ago, the numbers that I gave you in regards to the tickets. So if you are planning on going, I definitely recommend hopping on that and getting your park tickets and reservations now, because you guys, this is so fluid. It's like crazy. It's just crazy how things are changing. So Avengers Campus did open on June 4th. The problem, Mina, is that people can't get in. Like, they're not able to get into the park. Well, they're not able to get into the land because of the capacity limits for the land. They're buying tickets to go, but if you don't get there first thing and you're able to get in to see it, and you don't have a virtual line queue for web slingers, you can't get in. So you just, if we want to go to Avengers Campus, let's go maybe sometime in the fall. I'm thinking maybe in fall. I know some people that have bought tickets for for June 15th that think that everything's going to be open on June 15th and it's going to be amazing and everything else. But I'm curious to see how that turns out, because they're not going to increase capacity limits at the parks. I don't think it's going to change much for anything as a guest, other than the fact that now outside of California, people can come to the park. So anyway, so I appreciate you guys watching today. Thank you so much. And I want you guys to have an amazing weekend. And I will see you guys again real soon. Don't forget to check out our other videos on YouTube, and we will talk later. Okay?